Hey guys, it's JOEYYAP here. I am currently testing simultaneously broadcasting to my Facebook page and at the same time broadcasting on my YouTube channel. So the purpose of my current broadcast here is to sort of crowdsource for questions and concerns that you guys might have for the current issues that we are facing, the coronavirus, the looming financial crisis that is just beyond the border here. So I'm just thinking, if I've just come up with a list of interesting questions that you guys may have, and then what I'll do is I will formulate the QIMen Intervention Tools that are necessary that could help better solve your problems here, and I will actually talk about them tomorrow during the webinar set for tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Malaysian time. Okay, so if you have questions, if you would have any concerns that you guys may have, you can always post it at the comment section. I can see your comments here. Jimmy Chung has just logged in. Hi. So some of you guys are logging in from YouTube. Some of you guys are checking in from Facebook, which is great. So I'm actually seeing now all the comments at the same time. Okay, yeah, so great. Hi, Sandra. Nice. Thanks for logging in. Lee Chui Chui. Hello, how are you? Good to see you here. Right. PL look handsome today. Oh, thank you. That's I hope I can keep this look for the rest of the MCO here in Malaysia, because we apparently our time for the MCO is extended to April 14. That means no haircut. Okay, that's what I'm most concerned with. The other things I'm all right with. Okay, so this is from Janine. I'm curious if there's a natural disaster on top of thing going on that would take effect in the USA. Earthquake? Well, possible, but it couldn't be a big one. Usually, we always we look at disasters as coming in pairs. So if we are looking at the challenges that we are facing right now, the coronavirus is the first wave. I'm a bit more concerned with the second wave, which is the possible recession. I'm glad the government is doing something, or planning to do something at least, but hopefully what they plan would be sufficient to help us pull through, help the world pull through this difficult time. But what I'm concerned is not during this this simple 4 months, but more importantly, what happens after that. Right, so that is the concern, because as I said before in my function astrology event, the 2020 is not a good year, and it's very seldom that in my talks I actually openly say that a year is bad. It's just that I didn't see that it's this bad, and how when you're going through the experience itself, it feels like crap, right? But the more important thing is can you go through this emerging as a winner. Okay, so this too will end. All right, this too will end. This difficult time will pass. The question is, if we go through this without preparation, the end result will not be, we probably will be a major setback. Okay, so just take note of that. Yeah. Okay. So I'm trying to get as many questions as possible. Janine, I'll take your question into account and see if I could look into earthquake, particularly if you're interested in looking at that. Right. So I'll see if I can do some calculations if we have time to include as one of the topics. Okay, so this is from on the YouTube channel, Alicia Su. What would the agenda be tomorrow? Well, I'm starting at 8:30. I'm going to go through maybe the top 10 questions, or maybe top 20 questions that I can get from either Facebook or YouTube, or the previous 2 webinars that I've already received so far. And what I'll do is I'm going to look through that, compile them, and then I'm going to research on the answers, and then I'll provide the answers, and I'm going to tell you what's next. All right, what could you do next? What are the tools that are there for you if you would like to thrive in the next after all this whole coronavirus and struggles that we're going through. Listen, whatever we're going through now, at some point will be over. Right. The question is, when all this is over, are we going to emerge as winners? Or are we going to be we set back and we can't move forward, or we be in a position where we actually worse off, right? So instead of just waiting for government handouts, which of course is good, but I think we need to do more. Right now, when everything is equalized, right, everyone's staying at home, we all can do a lot more from where we are right now, rather than, you know, spending too much time just, you know, playing with our phones and, you know, catching up on Netflix. That too is important. However, you know, it's more important that we actually improve our skill set and make sure that we improve our skill set on something that's relevant, right? If it's irrelevant, I don't think we're going to have a big problem when all this is over by then. Okay, so let's see. Go ahead and post your questions. I'll see if they are interesting questions. You can post it both on my YouTube or on Facebook right now, because I'm simultaneously casting on both channels. It's always nice to have coffee. Don't think now I'm having coffee with myself. And of course, with you guys, this is a virtual coffee break. Nice. Okay, I see the questions. Someone say, scared or fully locked down. Well, I think if you're prepared of what to do, right, not just buy toilet paper, if you're prepared on what to do and you know what to do, actually sometimes a lockdown is good in order to rid this world of this virus, right? At some point it needs to happen. But the question is, what do you do when these things happen? What do you do in those times that are extra? I mean, all this time, you know, people's wish are always, oh, I wish I do nothing, stay at home and relax. Now you got your wish come true. What do you do when you're relaxing? Are we still moving forward, or are we going to have problems? Okay. Let's see here. Okay, you talk about water cure in Southwest and Southeast to activate 6 and 4. Water should be yin or yang. Well, I think if you're staying in the house, water should be yin. If you're not staying in the house, like right now, it should be yin because you don't need overly active. If it's overly active, I think you're going to feel really impatient at home. If you're not like, you know, like locked down in the house and you can travel about, then of course active water will be much better. Okay. Let's see now. Go ahead and post your questions. I'll see as much as possible. I'll try to add in some of the answers. I will actually put on in tomorrow's event when I'm actually doing the webinar. Now I'm just doing a random Q&A to meet everyone and also test out my system here, which allows me to connect both on Facebook and on YouTube at the same time. By the way, if you guys have not already done so, please go ahead to log on to my YouTube channel. Okay, please go to my YouTube channel and watch the series. Okay, I have a series called Chase Joey 2020, and I've interviewed many KOLs or influencers, young and capable, and I think it's very timely right now that you should watch it, because these guys, or you know, these kids, if I like to call them sometimes, they are able to work from home and really crushing it at this time, because basically the lockdown or the movement control has got zero effect on these people. They still make money, they're still enjoying the work. In fact, a lot of the people are, if you look at them, their lifestyle is an introvert lifestyle, so they like to stay at home anyway. So basically there's zero change in their lifestyle right now, and yet, you know, they're still doing really, really well. So a lot of times we keep thinking we got to go out there and you know, do the conventional way of making more money and all that. But then again, at the same time, if you're stuck at home, why not learn something just by watching? The videos are free. It's on my YouTube channel. So if you don't know how to get there, just go to joeyyap.com/YT. Then you will be linked directly to my channel, and click on the subscribe button and the bell icon, because now that we have nothing to do at home, all of us, me and my team, we are frantically editing some of our old the clips or existing clips that we have not published yet, and we just speed it up, and every day we have a new video up. So we are loading it online for you guys to see. So go ahead and watch it, because each one, I think, at especially times like this, you can learn something that you could actually do from the comfort of your own home, which is great, I think, for now. Okay, so learn a new skill anyway, right? Cool. Hello, Ichni Eddie. Wow, nice name. Good to have you here. As there's no lockdown in Singapore yet. That's good for you. Good for Singapore, but I think eventually they will have a lockdown soon. Yeah, because if the virus thing, and I suspect that it's going to get worse, I expect it to get a little bit worse, you know, the only logical step is to stay safe at home, right? Here's a question. Can we activate few water activation area in the same time in a small house? Any chi disturbance? I wouldn't recommend this. I would recommend that we use date selection and have shorter periods of time and one at a time in order to get the best outcome. Okay, so because if we try to do too many at once, I think it's possibly you might get a confusion. It's like taking too much medication at once, right? So just do it one at a time. And since you're at home, right, it will be much wiser to actually not overly active, because what is good for you might impact, you know, another family member in a negative way. Okay, so don't overdo this. Okay. So many are suffering financially at this moment, and it's going to be quite bad. Any activation for wealth? I think we shouldn't activate for wealth. We should activate for personal growth first before wealth. Okay, there's a reason for that. Because if you activate, when we activate for wealth, we are assuming that, you know, we are already in our tip-top condition. We are fit to actually take advantage of the opportunities that are coming. Okay, now we all know that in crisis there are a lot of opportunities. We know, right? But the question is not whether we know or not. The question is whether we can see it or not. A lot of people are talking about, okay, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of opportunities. They're telling everybody there's opportunities, but the question is, can someone see it? You can only see it when we have the capacity to see it. So a lot of us, you know, we can only see what we are capable or have the capacity to actually see and recognize. So the first activation should not be on wealth, because then you have this situation of 財多身子弱. Too much wealth would deteriorate the health. When they say too much wealth, it's not too much money, it's too much active energy, basically distorts the health energy. That's the same thing that I told someone here, not to activate the too much activation or too much water in the house, because that will trigger too much activation, too much yang qi, and that will distort the health qi. And this is something you don't want to happen for you right now at this period of time. Okay, even if you got a normal flu, you'll be stressed out because you think, oh shit, I got normal flu. You might actually relate that you think you have the COVID-19, right? So the best thing to do is focus on the personal growth. So even tomorrow's webinar, I'll focus on ways, what's the correct strategy for this, right? You got to be a step-by-step. Now, of course, this will be different for different people who, some of them are already very prepared. They are capable of you know, taking on the opportunities. So then, of course, for these people, by all means, go and activate their wealth. For example, if we are talking about the KOLs right now, the influencers, if I'm talking to them, that I would tell them, hey, now is the time for you guys to go and activate your wealth. Because at this time right now, you are already well prepared. You're online, you know exactly what to do. Whether you don't go out or not go out the house, you still have the same, if not more, amount of income. You should activate full scale and go forward. Whereas those who have not even started, you know, you're doing this activating wealth would possibly cause you, if you do it wrongly, possibly cause you to lose your job. Okay, so don't do this. You got to know what to do in the next 90 days. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, the next 90 days is crucial. You will see it in America, you will see it in Europe as well. It's definitely here in Asia. So do take note of what needs to be done. Okay, do take note of what needs to be done. Not just the virus. You see, I think the virus, I think if you stay at home and stay safe and protect yourself and all that, you'll probably be okay. What you really find it hard to protect against is the upcoming financial volatility and the recession that is about to take place. Okay, so this is what I think you should be focusing on, the what is ahead, not just the immediate. Okay, someone is asking this question. KOLs, what it stand for? Wow, you must be from the previous generation. It's key opinion leaders. Okay. Listen, I don't know that too. Okay, so I'm learning from these kids as well. What are these terminologies? What's GG? What is CMI? You know, but it's nice. CMI means cannot make it. All right. QIMen very useful, liked it a lot. For those with Hero Star, you advised to be relevant. Could you please elaborate more? Relevant means like you gotta do something that is related to what the current market needs right now. Or if you're looking at this from your job perspective, I'll tell you more about this tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be in a webinar tomorrow. One of the things is nowadays everyone's doing webinars, right? What I'm doing now is a Q&A, but tomorrow is a proper webinar. So we prepared an actual presentation now. So what relevant is right now online, right? One of the things, right? If you want to stay relevant for your company, maybe you want to talk to them how you can actually help them get pass the message to connect with people online. That could be one of the things, right? So branding and all that has to stay relevant. Now it's not about trying to flog off, cars and trying to sell a house. People are more concerned with whether they're going to survive this so-called apocalypse, right? So maybe it's time to calm people down and help people, secure themselves, stand on their feet before moving forward. So stuff like that. Okay. So there are a lot of things we can do. Okay. Cindy Lim, okay, I'm busier than ever. Thankfully, I decided to do a few things at the same time, multiple income streams, and all of it I can do from. That's excellent. Money is not flowing in abundance. Active website, like you said, maybe cheap manifestation. Manifestation is what you need to do now, because right now it's when money is not coming, is only because right now people are fearful. It's not because people don't have money, but in the long run, if they're not careful, a lot of them will run out of money. Okay, and that's where you guys can come in to help them, because this is important, because it's what you prepare now in the next 6 months or so that allows you to thrive in the aftermath of this entire challenge that we are facing right now. People keep thinking, oh, the now is the problem, right? No, what's really going to be is after the stimulus package has run out, right? After in Malaysia, the 6 months has run out. What happens then, right? What happens then when the government has all the governments in the world have pulled their funding and financing? What happens then? Because you look at America right now, right? For example, $2 trillion they're deciding. I think they're deciding today or tomorrow. I don't know what time it is in the States now. Decide to help, right? They have to be very careful, because when they give the money to the corporates and the money is pumped into the system, but if at the same time, this is a sign, yeah, if at the same time the unemployment rate continue to go up, that means the money is actually not reaching those people. Okay, so it's actually the whole reason here is to save their jobs. But if it's not saving the jobs and the markets still go up, what does that tell you? Where is the money going to then? Okay, so this is already you see some signs happening. Okay, then you use your own QIMen strategy, you plan. Okay, so in view of these things I cannot control, but what can I control right now? So it's not just about your investments, because everyone think, oh, invest. Listen, to be able to invest and play that game, you need to have the capacity, the knowledge, the skill set to actually be able to invest and play the game at that level. So you have some time now, some leeway to get to that point. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about tomorrow. More of these 9 steps that we can that help us get there. Okay, but I'm glad that this system actually works here. Thank you so much, and please go ahead and leave as many comments in this either on Facebook or on YouTube that you're watching right now. I'd like you to do something for me. Please click on the share button if you're on Facebook right now, or if you are on YouTube, please click on the share button as well to share this video with as many friends as possible, because I want to collect a whole list of questions here so that I can actually help answer in my upcoming webinar, and I can prepare my materials based on your actual needs. Okay, and I appreciate if you click on if you're on Facebook, click on the follow button, and the notification as well. And if you're on YouTube, click on the subscribe button and click on notification, that little bell that is next to that icon. Okay, thank you so much. I will check in again with you guys time and as often as possible. I'll see you at the webinar. If you want to learn about the webinar, it will be on my website right now. It's joeyyap.com/ I don't know what to say. Let me check the website for you. If someone can just put in a comment. I think it's called yes. I wasn't even prepared for this thing. Let me just see it out. Okay, the link to that is joeyyap.com. If I think and just post it up, that'll be nice. Battle the Outbreak. Okay, it's called Battle the Outbreak. And so joeyyap.com battle. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, go to my website, and if you can, join me at the webinar tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Thank you.